Labor Day weekend is the traditional start of the run-up to Election Day. Things are kind of scrambled in this off year. So Denver and Colorado Springs held their city elections this past spring. Just about every other city has their election for city leadership and ballot issues in November. Politics guy Marshall Zellinger gives us a look at what will be decided 2 months from now.
Every voter in Colorado will decide two issues in November. Proposition HH would reduce the increase in your property taxes for at least 10 years. You just have to give up your Tabor refund, which the state could keep longer than 10 years. II is about universal preschool funding. When voters approved the higher tobacco tax in 2020 to pay for preschool, the state underestimated how much it would bring in by $23 million. II asks your permission for the state to keep the $23 million instead of refunding it back to tobacco wholesalers and retailers and reducing the tobacco tax. Several metro area cities will elect new mayors in November. The requirement to get on the ballot is, well, if you're popular in your cul-de-sac, you could do it too. It only takes 25 signatures of registered voters to qualify for mayor in Arvada, Boulder, Broomfield, Commerce City, Fort Collins, Golden, Louisville, Thornton, and Westminster. It takes at least 50 signatures in Greenwood Village and Littleton. And Aurora and Centennial, they're stingy with 100 signatures. Denver, which held its mayoral election in May and June, required 300 signatures. Boulder voters will also consider a ballot issue to prioritize having the city remove tents, temporary structures, and propane tanks within 500 feet of a school or within 50 feet of a shared path. The city already has an ordinance banning these near parks and public spaces. The ballot issue adds schools and tells the city to make it a priority to enforce. A ballot issue in Fort Collins asks voters to raise their property taxes to fund affordable housing. Yes, in the same year homeowners got sticker shock from their property tax bills, Fort Collins voters will be asked to raise their mill levy to help build, operate, and maintain affordable housing. Douglas County Schools will ask its voters to raise property taxes too. The school district is seeking a mill levy override with the money going to increase teacher salaries. My favorite, somewhat obscure one is in Commerce City. There are 3 separate ballot issues to allow backyard chickens, backyard ducks, and backyard bees.
Wait, there's separate ones?
Separate issues, and I don't know what a backyard bee is. I know, like, one significant change happening in Boulder this year, ranked choice voting. There are 4 people running for mayor, and there will be no runoff election like Denver. Voters will bubble in a first choice and a second choice, and so on. And if no one gets more than 50% on that first choice, the person in last is eliminated, and everyone who voted for that last place person gets their second choice counted, and it goes on until there is a winner with more than 50%.
So you're only voting once. There's no runoff, so it's supposed to be less expensive that way. But this is alien to people. It's different to people.
Boulder has it. Broomfield has it, but they don't have more than 2 candidates in any race. Denver's going to consider it. But we'll see how it goes. Boulder has a few workshops that if you can show up to, one's at the JCC, I think another's at a library, and they'll teach you how to do it. And they've got some graphics online. They're doing, the outreach is there. It's just, you know, when you get your ballot, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do?
We'll note that Denver Mayor Mike Johnson, during the campaign, we asked him what he thought of ranked choice voting or another method like that, and he said that he was interested in it, that he'd support a move in that direction. It wouldn't just be up to him. City Council and others would have to do it, but interesting. All right, Marshall, thank you.